Can you tell us a bit about your role and your focus as ambassador here in Canada, and in particular as it relates to energy?
My name is Eun Lim, and I have been Korea's ambassador to Canada for over 2 years now. And as an ambassador, I'm doing just routine activities of a diplomat. But other than that, I have a very privileged duty of honoring Canada's Korean veterans and the remarkable achievements we have made together. But I have new additional duties as I started my ambassadorship around the time when Korea and Canada, when we produced 3 documents that guide our future relationship. So my job, my new focus is to implement the commitments in these documents so that Korea and Canada, could cooperate more on national security and energy security and climate security.
Can you help us understand what are Korea's needs when it comes to energy?
Well, Korea has a population of over 50 million, and Korea has the world's 10 plus largest economy. I say 10 plus since Korea's economy usually ranks between the 10th and 14th in terms of economic size, mostly depending on the exchange rate of the Korean currency. And Korea has a very manufacturing-driven economy with the 6th highest manufacturing output, and also we possesses the 5th powerful military force, and all these contribute to make Korea the world's 8th largest consumer of energy, and the 4th largest importer of oil, and the 4th largest importer of coal, and the 3rd largest importer of gas. And so we are in strong need of a stable supply of energy.
Who are your suppliers today?
United States and Qatar and Malaysia and Oman. And we are now expecting the first shipment of Canadian LNG to Korea scheduled for this year. But overall, we import 94% of energy from abroad.
So is it fair to say, as a summation, Korea needs more energy for the growth you want to have in your economy, and you need new sources of energy like ammonia from suppliers?
Oh yes, definitely. And we are expected to see more growth, dramatic growth in our energy demand, particularly thanks to AI technology. And we are now building the huge semiconductor clusters. And so there will be a surge in investment in semiconductors and the wide adoption of AI technology. We are going to see the dramatic growth in data centers. It means we need more energies and we need more stable the energy supplies. And we need 11 gigawatt of additional the power generation capacity by 2038. And having additional 11 gigawatt the power generation capacity means that we need to get the best of full potential we have.
Up until this point, I think the whole international community was trying to solve we need energy, we need it to be low emission. And then Russia's invasion of Ukraine changed how countries looked at that. How did that conflict affect Korea and its outlook on energy security?
Well, Korea was not immune from the global impact on the energy market caused by Russia's war in Ukraine. We had to pay huge cost. There was a surge in the price not only in gas and oil, but also in coal. And we import 20% of coals from Russia. and 5% of LNG from Russia. And there was a strong call to reduce our dependence, our reliance on Russia for these energy supplies. But it's not something you can change just overnight.
How does Canadian LNG fit in all of this?
As we have entered the new era, new age of the geopolitical uncertainties, we need more stable supply of energy to keep Korean economy going. That's why we are very much looking forward to see Canadian LNG coming to Korea. And we know that Canadian LNG has so many advantages, and we know that Canada is relatively free from those natural disaster risks and geopolitical risks. And another advantage we have from the Canadian LNG is that we are going to export it directly from British Columbia across North Pacific to Korea. In the end, we are going to do away with coal-fired power plants entirely by 2050. But in an interim measure, we are going to replace 58 coal-fired power plants. So Canadian LNG will help us meet the growing demand for LNG in Korea.
Can you talk a little bit about why Korea's energy security and economic security became a subject of a partnership with Canada?
Korea has become the seventh largest trading partner for Canada last year. The strong Korean economy will be definitely in the interest of Canada, since energy security is not just about economy. It is closely intertwined with the national security as well. And when you see the Korea today, is now under the threat of the North Korea, and Korea is at the heart of Northeast Asia, and Northeast Asia is like the hub of the global economy and one of the most vibrant regions economically in the world. But it is one of the most combustible regions as well.
Right.
Korea is now surrounded by Russia, China, and Japan. And given the military and economic presence of the United States, we usually say, Korea is surrounded by four major powers. And the history tells us that when Korea is strong, then the region tends to be more stable and more prosperous. And when Korea is weak, there is a history of the war breaking out.
I think that's very interesting. Canadian LNG can play a really big role in these bigger security issues.
Yes, the energy security is something critical, not just for Korean economy, but Korean security in general as well.
So you spend a lot of your time talking to government, but like Korea, Canada's a democracy. And so Canadians need to understand the world situation. What's one thing you wish Canadians understood better about Canada's energy relationship with Korea and our potential relationship through LNG or other forms of energy?
Mm-hmm. Well, simply we want to do more with Canada for enhanced energy cooperation. It's not just Korean government, but also Korean business community. They want to do more with Canadians.
All right. Well, let's continue to work towards a success. Mm-hmm. And thank you so much for your time today.
Okay, thank you.